Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Welcome back, Michael Danger Magus. Now, the Summoner's Court has been a game that I have thrived in since we first learned about it. However, a new challenger approaches, and she's supposed to be pretty good at this.
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake.
Of course.
I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
You ready to lose?
Shall we begin?
We shall, yes, right now.
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of.
Nothing else in my life matters, even a little bit. What are these bricks here, Grace? Oh, I noticed that I've taken the blue balls yet again, of course. What?
That's the way to do it.
You get 100 points if you land on top of one of these things? Well, sign me up. I'm just gonna aim directly for this red one too, and stop it right there.
What a remarkable shot. Accio.
Yeah, you're right. Are you gonna get the 100 again? Well, you actually are really good at this.
That's the way to do it.
Okay. So if I land this one, which I should be able to pull my ball, yes, the blue ball is still mine, and just let it go. Oh! You know, her balls are actually kind of acting as a bit of a bumper here. It's actually pretty easy to stomp on the pedestal. Well, shall we go for a literal perfect score? It doesn't matter if we do. We have already won. But here we go. And I don't even need to see it. Yeah. Not exactly what I had in mind.
Well,
not exactly.
It appears I've been bested.
It appears you have. Good game. You know, I have to be the best at something, and it might as well be blue ball game.
Well done. Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
Well, I'm not going to say it was easy, because that's the Slytherin thing to say. Good game.
You played a good game, though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
Oh my god, they keep teasing me with the next opponent. Who's the next opponent gonna be? I've beaten them all. I'm not gonna start losing now. Well, we came out here for a reason. Our very next Beasts class, which starts over here somewhere, should give us access to, I believe, one of the final regular spells we can unlock. This is our learning montage. Oh, aren't you pretty? Oh. Wait, how does that work? That feels like it should be against some school rules.
Today. Class dismissed.
It's convenient that they all cleared out before you dismiss them.
I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombardo now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary.
It'll be my most
The
used spell.
exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Why would the beast teacher be teaching me this spell? And secondly, what is the purpose of this spell in a beast setting? Are you trying to scare beasts? Why am I learning the explosion spell from you? Is this an appropriate spell for students?
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use.
That's
now,
fair.
You must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead.
You haven't taught me any of the wand movements yet.
Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
I have a lot of concerns about learning this spell. Well, there
Well
it is,
done.
boys.
Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Okay, made room on one of my hot bars.
Excellent one.
Oh!
Cast the spell just like that every time.
Every
Assured
time.
And in control.
And don't point it at any kids. Wow, that is a pretty explosive spell. No pun intended. I bet this could be pretty potent with our cooldown reduction potions that we can get running. Now, she said I completed some requirements to get that spell. I literally think I just showed up to class today, and that's what the requirement was. I didn't do anything too fancy. However, you remember us meeting up with Sebastian before? I'm worried that our good friend's going down a dark path. Because we're gonna go unlock some dark magic.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
I don't know what a gaunt is.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
Leave you to him and then leave you to it.
He's this way.
I have no reason to believe that Ominous would listen to me over Sebastian. Every interaction we've had with Ominous has been a negative one. He doesn't like me
Keep an eye out.
at all.
Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly
Just walked through a
speaking, it
ghost
has.
duel.
We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Uh-oh. We're having callbacks to when Peeves ratted us out in the library. That's not a good sign. Oh, hello, hello. One of these I haven't done. That seems surprising. I have all of the field guide pages for the challenges inside Hogwarts, but I do believe more pages
There he
actually exist.
Good luck.
There he is. Ominous! It's Michael, your best friend Magus. Hello! He literally starts by asking what I'm doing in his presence. Oh, no.
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Are we
Don't tell
friends
me he's
now?
still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were
Michael!
talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Well, I mean, I understand your caution, but aren't you curious?
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
That seemed a little manipulating.
I hope I
A little bit.
don't regret this.
I understand
Sebastian, over here.
Michael's intent.
Braziers grant access to the script.
Confringo! Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Lumos.
Well, 3 heads.
You're
are
kidding me.
better
It
than
has
one.
something to do with
It's
3.
2 heads.
Could it be 3 snake torches?
Simple mathematics, ominous.
Is that it? Did I crack the code? No, it doesn't appear that I did. Does seem to have a pretty large search area here, so we can at least poke around a little bit, see what we can find.
3 braziers are involved.
Wait, 3 braziers are involved. I literally already did it.
I do that.
This.
I guess they weren't burning bright enough. I just had to spam out the same spell on the
Dark,
snake thing.
ominous corridors.
Lumos.
My favorite.
This is kind of exciting. I
Come
could
on,
see
that
why
was
you
a
guys
good one.
didn't want to do this. It's kind of nerve-wracking. That looks like a Skyrim door.
It's a locked door. We may want to look around.
I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts, as my family insists. When I reach the scriptorium, I will find evidence that there is more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I've written to my brother. He knows how I access the corridor's entrance, and that there's no straight path to reach the scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead, and we can study our ancestors' legacy.
A journal
Together.
entry. Signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt. Ominous. Your family was here.
Yeah.
I know. She was my aunt.
Well, yeah, we already talked about that.
Didn't tell me.
Yeah, he told me, though.
Ominous. The journal mentions many challenges ahead.
Hey, wait a minute. I haven't needed to use this in a long time.
Why I said this could be dangerous. Aunt Noctua kept my father informed
The
until she
rubble formed
vanished.
a relief
Lumos.
of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
You know parcel tongue? I think I repaired that before they were ready for me to do that. My apologies, my Hufflepuff intellect gets in the way sometimes.
The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open.
Then speak
I'm
it.
hoping you're having second thoughts.
I'm not having any, none at all.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back.
Again, this is all for intellectual purposes, right, gentlemen?
Lumos. It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us,
Well,
Never mind.
there's more snake stuff
No
in
clear
here.
way forward.
like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Okay, so looking closely at each gate for clues, we see some kind of snake with a circle and a half moon. Use the Slytherin lock.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same.
Oh, half moon and snake. Okay, well that doesn't seem that
Matching the
bad.
symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself.
Now,
You got to it first.
if matching the symbols lit everything on fire, then that might be a bit harder, a bit more difficult of a mystery. Matching symbols is something that a first year could do. Maybe education has just gotten better since Salazar's time here. We have another note. Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridors helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge. I will make my way through.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
So what symbol do we have here for the challenge to actually move anything? We don't have a gate to look at. As far as I could tell, we don't have anything to actually repair. Yet there is still a lock here. Well, it definitely could be this door. It's something scratched out that has a tail, maybe some kind of animal, and like a Z with a notch. Let's see if those symbols are on this thing. I definitely see the Z already.
Another gate.
So the bottom one's done. And the top one, it must be this.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
I feel like you could kind of brute force this as well.
Another dial solved.
There's no negative to getting it wrong and just spinning the thing around. Although we do have another gate here, as this labyrinth does seem to continue.
It may not be obvious which leads where.
May not be obvious which leads where. Yeah, we can see this through the wall. There's another torch. And a dragon here as well. Was wondering if I could do anything through the wall. Well, before we tamper with anything else, that's note 4 out of 5. We opened this door back at the entrance, and I didn't follow it to see where it went. So there might be another note in... Oh, it's the other side of the fire! Oh. Oh. Well, this is note 3. I failed the dial, and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. Well, that's the downside that they had to deal with. Luckily, that hasn't happened to me yet. But I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. The scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
So, it wasn't this room. It was to the right of this. We saw a gate with symbols on it. It's like a duck face and some kind of triangle. So I think that will open with the spinner in here. Duck face and a triangle.
Another welcoming sort, was he?
There's the duck. Perfect. You guys are in such a dark room in there.
We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
And I won't forget that there was another note to read before that door opens. It was right here, right? This is kind of confusing.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
You were not. What looks troubling, though? I can't even see anything. It looks like there's a Dark Souls invasion sign on the floor. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house's founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it. You know what's weird?
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but
you
also
are
rewards.
20 feet into this puzzle, and you've written 4 notes so far about your journey.
Keep going.
Come on. What? It doesn't need to be this documented. What are you doing? Oh, I didn't do that. Boys? Bro, that does look like a Dark Souls invasion.
I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
So, are you telling me that we have to torture the door? Oh no. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream, which we just heard, and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
So, what if you don't cast Crucio on another person, but instead you cast it on the door? The door seems to feature imagery of people being tortured or in pain.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He's your best friend! Yeah, I'll ask him.
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak.
Hey, charisma is magic.
Wish we had some liquid luck.
Hey,
All of this could have been avoided.
I do have an Endurus potion that stops me from taking damage. I'm literally impervious to damage. You could Crucio me, I wouldn't even feel it.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
I wasn't supposed to say
Should've known
that.
He would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst.
I
of
just
my
keep
family.
giving away all of my
Unforgivable curses
secrets.
won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution.
So you won't do it.
Cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
So he won't do it because he has to have intent to harm. Well, Sebastian, we're locked in here. You better have intent to harm me.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is actually really... There's a lot to think about here. Is doing the good thing teaching me to cast the curse so he doesn't have to do the unforgivable act? Is the good thing having him cast it on me so he doesn't have to suffer? Or is all of this bad because we're meddling in things that we shouldn't do? I want to learn the Cruciatus curse, but you must cast it on me. For academic purposes, it's probably best that I know it. This seems like the best situation.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Yeah, I think that's a happy medium. So the Cruciatus curse is just just a squiggle? Okay, well, we do have to get this right. Oh, come on. I've never cast an unforgivable spell before. I don't know how to feel.
I'm ready.
Whoa!
Are you alright?
That sucked. That sucked a lot. Look at my health.
Are you all right?
Yep, I'm
It
good.
was excruciating, but I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
Ominous, you okay?
We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Oh, I'm gonna loot this chest so fast. I'm so glad he left those glasses in there for us. This is a cool bust. It's like almost Medusa vibes. Slytherin spellbook. This is Salazar's spellbook?
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
Are you sure? I don't know if that's a good idea, Ominous. Oh, good. More glasses for me to steal, of course.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. We shouldn't linger.
Lumos.
Find a way out, please.
Ominous decided he's
I don't
done.
want to
It's
leave,
been 3
but I owe
seconds.
you. Both of you.
I fear she will never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason.
Could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over their conversation. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to ridiculous notions that Muggle-borns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at the thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put to voice. So Salazar believed that purebloods should be the only students admitted into Hogwarts, basically. They actually touch on this in Orlando on the ride, actually, the Hogwarts ride. If you're in the right room at the right time, they basically have all of the founders of the houses speaking together, and this actually comes up from Salazar. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridor full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with a heavy heart that I now know what I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in the chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views. A descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought. One who shall rid the school of the unworthy of Hogwarts. That would serve only to stain my legacy. Is he talking about the Chamber of Secrets? Huh. So, the Slytherin dungeon, is that what this says? Is this the way out? Bro, what am I even drinking? That was such a bad idea. That's gotta have some mold in it. Right, I'll just walk through here and not bring you guys. Goodbye.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Lumos.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I
Why?
suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Why do I get the feeling that this won't be the last time that Sebastian wants to meddle in dark magic? I'm not the only one who gets that impression, right? Oh, and we could just go back down there whenever we want? Oh my god, and it's actually right here. Cause most enemies to writhe in pain. They take damage over time. Also curses the victim. And cursed enemies take extra damage. Ooh. It was for, educational purposes only, of course.
Lumos.
Of course. I am going to end this episode now. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I believe we're going to continue the main story next time.